Guys, I'm not a parent as far as I know, but one thing I do know is that a baby will try to control you if you let it. Those of you who parents, y'all know this. That's why, you raise children up a certain way. You have to discipline them in a certain way. You have to let them know who's boss and stuff like that. People who have teenagers know that once they reach the adolescent stage, you will forget that you even a parent if you let them. Remind me of an old television show called Who's the Boss? I think who's it? Tony Danza. Imagine a face like mine, guys, trying to talk amongst some people about a show called Who's the Boss, and they looking at me like, you wasn't even born when that show was on. I'm like, oh yes, I was. I used to watch that show. Who's the Boss? But anyway, see if I can keep this at 4 or 5 minutes, guys. Everybody wants to control something, including myself. And once again, I think a lot of people have an inferiority complex with just life itself. Because it don't matter how much money you got, it doesn't matter how much industry you got. There's still questions, unanswered questions with everybody. It's like you were given this world, but you did not make it. So no matter what you do, no matter how much money you got, there's still this underlying, almost, it's like a fear. You feel like you're so in control of it, and deep down, you're not, but you have to pretend to be. You have to pretend to be in front of your wife. You have to pretend in front of your man. You have to pretend in front of your family that you got all the answers when you don't. So everybody wants control. But a lot of times when we're talking about people trying to control something, we're talking about people who abuse control issues and stuff like with normal most of the time, first thing you think about is authority figures or narcissists, right? But no, everybody's trying to have control. Even your own toddler will try to control you. Everybody's trying to seek some kind of control. Now, just to end it, guys, I don't want to be long. I'm still a young man, but I have enough experience. I know one thing. The only way to control other people is to have self-control over yourself. And think about this. If you have self-control, and I told you, the reason people can't mind a business is because they don't have a mind. You have to have a mind to mind your business. If you can't mind your business, you don't have no mind. You got to mind other people's business because you don't have a mind of your own. So think of people out here who can not only mind, like people who have a cultivated mind and self-control. Oof. That's it's not a dime a dozen. It's not a dime a dozen. People have a cultivated mind and self-control. Those are the kind of people that need to have leadership. Okay? It's people that have a cultivated mind and self-control. Those are the kind of people we need as leaders. But again, just to close it out, the only way I find that I can control other people, places, and things is having self-control over myself. Because people are asking a lot of questions about things that is just my daily routine, and I'm a little taken back by it. I'm just being myself, and people are talking about all these, investigations and studies, and I'm just like, what's the deal? Don't most people, or at least half the people, have the same attributes? Apparently not. And lately, I've been paying more attention, a little bit more attention to other people, and I see that they don't. There's a lot of fear going on inside people's hearts and minds. There's a lot of fear going on, guys. We live very fear-based society. I never seen people just living in fear so much. Like I said, I'm from the 80s. I see a lot of people just afraid these days. You can walk into a store lady in her mid 40s, late 40s, she's just looking scared. It's like, what are you so afraid of? Why are you so afraid? The sun is up. It's 3 o'clock. You look scared. What's wrong? Stuff like that. There's a lot of fear guys roaming around. I don't know what exactly it is. Maybe I don't want to say that. I don't want to get into that. That's another video. But anyway, the only way you can control other people is to control yourself. If you can control yourself, you can control other people. It's so simple.